Today we're taking a quick look at a question that comes up all the time between Christians and Muslims. What is the Injil? When the Qur'an talks about the Injil, it doesn't describe a lost or hidden book. It consistently speaks of it as a real written text Christians already had in the time of Muhammad. Surah 547 says Christians should judge by what God revealed therein. Surah 568 says they must uphold the Torah and the Gospel. And Surah 1094 tells Muhammad to ask those who were reading the scripture before you. So when the Quran talks about the Injil, it consistently refers to it as a real written text that Christians already possessed in the time of Muhammad. It speaks of Christians judging by the Gospel, upholding it, and people in Muhammad's day reading the scripture before him. So whatever the Injil was, the Quran treats it as scripture actively in use during the 600s. This is something we sometimes forget. Christianity had been present in Arabia for centuries before Islam. There were established Christian communities, monks, traders, and churches, especially in the northern regions. And these communities weren't working with oral stories. They used written scriptures, taught from them, copied them, and debated them. So the natural historical question becomes, which scriptures were these Christians using? Many scholars studying Christian communities around Arabia point to one version of the Bible that fits the historical, linguistic, and regional evidence best, the Syriac Peshitta. Syriac is a dialect related to the language Jesus spoke, and it was the primary language of Christians across Syria, Mesopotamia, and into northern Arabia. The churches Muhammad interacted with, such as the Nestorians and Jacobites, are known to have used this version. This doesn't mean we can say with absolute certainty that every Christian in Arabia used only the Peshitta. There wasn't one uniform Bible version across the entire region, but based on geography, language, and manuscript evidence, the Peshitta is widely considered the most plausible match for what many Christians were reading during Muhammad's lifetime. The key point is this: the Peshitta hasn't disappeared. We still have early manuscripts of it, some from before the time of Islam, and its contents are recognizable to Christians today. It includes the familiar New Testament writings, the four Gospels, Acts, Paul's letters, and others. So if the Injil refers to the Christian scriptures available in the 600s, the Peshitta is the version that most closely reflects what those communities were using. The Qur'an's references to the Injil point to scripture we can still open and read today, scripture that preserves the central Christian message about Jesus, his life, his teachings, his death, and his resurrection. So what is the Injil? Not a mysterious book that disappeared. The Christian scriptures being read and taught in the communities around Muhammad's world, well represented by the Syriac Peshitta. My hope is that this helps Christians and Muslims engage with one another thoughtfully, respectfully, and with a clearer understanding of the history behind our sacred texts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. If you're ready to learn, grow, and speak truth in love, join us, subscribe now. The conversation starts here.